Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I would like to say call Halayim La Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Rakach. I would like to give double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men that I learned the truth from. And I would like to say shalom, wa barakim, la bakayim, shah yasha Allah. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel, scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, sincerely waiting and enduring it to the return of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach to deliver us out of this last captivity. I'm gonna hop straight into it, man, and I'm gonna title this video Wakanda, Mortal Kombat 11, etc., etc. Cause man, yeah, man, some of the elder brothers' videos on this whole incident with the character Jax in the new Mortal Kombat 11 video game, and you know, you got the so-called white man and the so-called white woman whose biblical nationality are Edomites pursuant to the Bible. They're the only nation in the Bible that's fitted to be destroyed off the face of the planet of the earth. Okay? After they served their 1,000 years of hardcore bondage for what they did to the children of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But yeah, they're all up in an uproar because this character Jax, goes back in time and basically changes up history and makes it so that his people never went through slavery. The African Americans never went through slavery, and Esau is mad about it. Now, I'm not gonna touch on, because the so-called white man, he's a maniac, he's a psychopath, he's demonic, he's the devil that the Bible speaks of, and brothers have already touched on the fact of how much how stupid that is to even think that is a bad thing. So I'm not even going to touch on that. I'm just going to touch on the fact of how you so-called white people fear us so much. I mean, to the point that you beat our heritage out of us. You threw us in ghettos. You threw drugs in our neighborhoods. You threw guns in our neighborhood. You throw confusion amongst our people so that we stay separate and we don't come as one. You've done every tactic. You poison our food. You've done every you've effeminized our men. You've done every tactic you possibly can to keep us from building as a nation because you fear us so much. Okay, you see some of our great heroic figures, like you know. In this world, people look up to guys like Michael Jordan, Tiger Woods, okay, Michael Jackson, some of our great inventors, okay, which I don't know their names, but it's because there's so many of them, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, especially a lot of African Americans that have basically invented damn near everything here in America, every invention that you have, okay, yourself, I mean. Yeah, and you look at how we created everything: rock and roll, country, pop, rap, everything that you love, we've created, and you see that, and you see us in our greatness. But really, we're not great right now. The scriptures tell you that we got curses put on us, and the Lord has removed our strength, and He's made us weak. So if you fear us right now when we're in captivity and we in these weak bodies, and our Lord is not even dealing with us as a nation, we have to come back to Yahweh Shah to get to the Father. Now Yahweh Shah is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. He's the Messiah of Israel. You know, he's allowing us to be adopted back to the covenant that was first given to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and that main covenant that Moses gave to the Israelites from the Most High to bond them with the Most High. We're coming back to that. We're being adopted back to that through the blood that was shed of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, the Messiah. If you fear us right now, how much more when the Most High makes us immortal and gives us spiritual power, and he finally sets up His kingdom on the earth and makes us rulers, man. I mean, really, you're up in arms over. Because, I mean, I was watching the video that the elder brothers was going into. The Edomite woman, the so-called white woman, she was complaining about the character Jax in Mortal Kombat 11, and then she goes on this rant about Wakanda. And then it was another video with a so-called white man. He started talking about Wakanda. And what does Wakanda have to do with anything about Mortal Kombat? So that shows you they just fear us coming together and building something for ourselves, man. They fear that. That's why you go into the history and you look at instances where we built things for ourselves and one or two things happen. And I'm speaking about you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. One or two things happen. Either they just ultimately just destroyed it, just went in and destroyed it, made an excuse to go in there and destroy it, which the so-called white man always does. You know, just like when he goes into the Middle East, he always has to make a ruler of a country seem like a villain or a bad guy, so he can justify his wickedness of going in that country and stealing their resources. So he one or two things he'll do if we try to build something for ourselves. He'll either try to make us bad guys and go in and act like he's helping the situation when really he's just going to destroy it and straight up bomb it, or he'll just infiltrate it, you know what I'm saying, try to be our friend, learn our ways, and then take it over, man, through deceit and lies. Now you look at the bombing of Tulsa, Oklahoma. You look at that situation where basically the so-called white man just went and just bombed that whole town, man, of you so-called black people. You had banks, you had businesses that you own, and you were running a very profitable town of people. And the so-called white man just went in and just destroyed it because he didn't want you to. A lot of you was living better than some so-called white people, and they didn't like that, man. So they got rid of that very fast. And you got these damn Edomites, these so-called white people. They got the nerve to talk about, well, you're not the only nation that went into slavery, and this, that, and the third, and everybody's been into slavery. And see, like I said, I'm not going to touch on that in this video because the stupidity of that, other brothers have already touched on. But you do realize, though, that our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, we didn't just endure the worst slavery ever known to mankind. You know what I'm saying? We didn't just endure. We went through a period of Jim Crow. You know what I'm saying? Where we dealt with a lot of segregation. We dealt with a lot of mental depression, a lot of psychological damage. Look at it like this: you are scared to walk home from school because you might get dog sicked on you, or you might just get raped by a gang of so-called white men, or you might just get fucking kidnapped and hung or set on fire. Hey, look at Emmett Till, pulled out of his house. This is after so-called plantation slavery. This is after slavery. You people say that ended, which slavery didn't end. Slavery never ended. We're in a different stage of slavery, which is basically more mental, and we're a slave to this debt note, this Federal Reserve note, which you call the U.S. dollar. But even the jail system, the prison system is a type of slavery, and we know that the majority of people in the prison system in America, which America has the biggest prison population, it consists of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But look at an instance after slavery with Emmett Till. This little kid gets pulled out of his bed at night, and he gets tortured and brutalized and murdered, man. So, I mean, like I said, the list is endless of what you so-called white people have done to our people, and it just don't end with plantation slavery, man. Even to this day, you look at instances with Trayvon Martin, dude getting shot up, and all he had was an Arizona drink and Skittles in his hands. You know what I'm saying? And these are instances that happen all the time. You just had a Jake this year, the beginning of this year, or either the end of last year. He got hung in his truck, man. He was found hung in his truck. Now, we know what happened to him, man. Yeah, and that's still happening in this day and age, man. After everything that our people have already been through. We're the only nation of people, of so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, that still have our slave names. We don't have anything of our own. We don't own anything, man. We don't have a seat in these major world governments. We don't go to the European Union and NATO, the UN, and have seats and talk about the African Americans owning this, and the Mexicans owning this, and the Colombians owning this, and the Native Americans owning this, man. Okay, so it's it's really it's no words to describe the so-called white man and his bullshit, you know. But like I said, if you fear us right now, imagine when that day come when the Lord finally raises us up out of this last captivity and builds us up, man. Let me get a quick precept. So this is I'm gonna get Isaiah chapter 61, and this is what you fear, man. And it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do to prevent it. And that's why you go on these rants and you lose your mind over a damn video game or a damn movie, a fictional movie or a comic book. And you see these things happening more often with the new Spider-Man. His father was a so-called black man and his mother was a Hispanic woman. You know, the so-called white men don't like seeing our people put in these powerful positions. But you don't realize. But you got to realize we're the Israelites. We were the nation chosen by the Most High to be above all you other nations. So we're supposed to be shown in a light of power. Even though right now we're being humbled and we need to be humbled and accept the fact that we went off and disobeyed our Father. But we're coming into a time now where the Lord is building his nation back up, beginning with the elect, the 144,000 men. This is Isaiah chapter 61, verse 1. The Spirit of the Lord power is upon me, because the Lord have anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prison to them that are bound. And who are the captives? The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know, a lot of our people will say that they're free, but that's because they've been totally destroyed already. They've already been integrated into a system that they built for another nation. So they're destroyed. So they have no say in if they're free or not, man. They just got to be wiped out by destruction. Because only the elect of the nation of Israel is going to understand that they are not free and that they have to come back to their power, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 2, to proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord in the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn. And who's mourning? The people that's been over here for hundreds of years. And then we get spit in our face with you telling us how we should feel about our slavery and what our forefathers went through. You out of your damn mind, man. How you gonna tell us you the oppressor? You have no say in how we should feel or what we should do. But that's the pride of you so-called white people. It says in the day of vengeance of our most high. Yeah, the Most High. It's his day of vengeance. He's gonna avenge his people that he chose that you forgot about. The people you call the lost tribes of Israel, okay? It says, verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. And they shall build the old waste, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations. And strangers shall stand and feed your flocks, and the sons of the alien shall be your plowmen and your vine dressers. But ye shall be named the priest of the Lord. Who is that talking about? Yeah, the strangers, you other nations, you're gonna serve us, man. You're gonna serve us, man. And we're gonna beat you with that rod of iron, pursuant to the book of Revelation. It says, men shall call you the ministers of the Most High. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves. But I thought the Gentiles can be converted into the nation of Israel's promises. No, you natural heathens that are not Israelites, we're going to reap your riches, and we're going to boast ourselves in that through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Verse 7, it says, for your shame ye shall have double, and for confusion they shall rejoice in their portion. Yeah, for all the shame that we went through over here in America and across the world with blackface. You look at these old Looney Tune cartoons, and you look at the lady that was in the Wizard of Oz doing blackface, and then just the list goes on. The Cat in the Hat goes back to a minstrel show, you know, making fun of Jake, the Cat in the Hat, you know. It's just a whole bunch of shame that have been put on our people here, shucking and jiving, you know. But we're going to receive double glory for that, man. because we're the nation that he chose. It says, therefore in their land they shall possess the double. Everlasting joy shall be unto them. For I, the Lord, love judgment. And I hate, let me see. Yeah, that's the point I want. It says, for I, the Lord, love judgment. And the so-called white man, you Edomites, you think you're going to escape judgment. The Most High loves judgment. And the scriptures tell us that he requires that which is past. So you can keep going on and having your rants and losing your goddamn mind. But just know your day is coming, and your time to reap what you have sown is here, man. There's nothing you can do. Just prepare for your destruction. Prepare for your slavery. To the next video, I say shalom.